The 21st running of the Daytona 500 was ranked #1 of the top 10 most memorable Daytona 500 races. It featured some notable rookies and storied veterans. And after a slow start, a finish that will never be forgotten. The race began with 15 laps under caution as they tried to dry the rain-soaked track.
It has rained through the night on into the morning and cleared just about an hour before post time. They have tried frantically to dry the track out for a start. We have now run 14 laps officially of the 1979 Daytona 500. We run them under caution.
Buddy Baker was the clear favorite going into the race, having won the pole and his twin 125 qualifier.
15 laps have been completed, 37.5 miles. They'll be getting green this time. Can Baker pull it off? Only one driver has ever won the pole position, then the 125-mile qualifying race, and come in and win the 500. Fireball Roberts, can Baker do it?
But Buddy Baker struggled from the start. He lost the lead to Donnie Allison immediately and never recovered. The race quickly took shape between Donnie and Bobby Allison and Cale Yarborough.
Allison goes to the inside, noses down through, slingshot. Cale Yarborough takes the lead.
They would jockey for the lead until lap 31.
It's Bobby Allison low, Donnie Allison high. Side by side into turn one at over 190 miles an hour.
And Cale Yarborough getting a nice draft from both of them there. Donnie Allison.
Donnie Allison's out of control. He's spinning. He gets hit by his brother. He's all the way around.
Cale Yarborough's on the grass, that wet grass now incredibly slippery.
Donnie and Bobby Allison off the track, spinning, splashing their way down through. This will bring out a caution flag, and Cale Yarborough
Desperately trying to get that car back on the track now, because they just might get stuck in the mud. That might be the simple thing that puts them out of this race.
The ensuing caution sent the field to the pits. Despite losing laps, all three cars would be back in the race on the restart. Neil Bonnet was the new leader, but it was still quite early in the race.
Neil charging down along the bottom of the track, trying to make up about 4 places, which he successfully did before they crossed the start-finish line.
Some story if Cale Yarborough could come back and make up those laps. There's one that can do it. He is the one.
In addition to veterans like Cale Yarborough, who could never be counted out, there were some rookie drivers that were making their mark.
Here's Bobby Allison down to the inside as he thrusts the Bud Moore car out in front of a caution out here. Certainly trying to make up that. Earnhardt. Now there's the kid to watch. This kid Earnhardt in the Australian #2, the car out of California, the driver from North Carolina. Second-generation driver. His father, one of the most famous short track drivers in American racing history, the well-known Ralph Earnhardt. His kid looks good today.
Dale Earnhardt going 3 wide. Bobby Allison with it.
3 wide.
Under Ty Scott.
Baker back into pits another time. Earnhardt blazes back into the front of this group. Earnhardt is the leader.
Pre-race favorite Buddy Baker was out of the race by lap 38, and the new leader was Benny Parsons. On lap 55, Gary Ballou hit the wall and spun into other cars, eliminating 1976 Daytona 500 winner David Pearson. As the race went on, the early leaders that crashed started to make a comeback.
And Donnie Allison is just 1 lap down in car number 1. He's trying with a broken car. It's been torn up. You can see the rent in the side of it to get back in that lead lap. Look at him go, number 1, Allison, trying to make up that lap. If he could just get in front. Then if there was an incident, he could circle around the track and he would be right back with the hundreds for victory lane here at Daytona.
Excitement was in the air. It was becoming obvious that this was going to be a race to remember.
Look at this jam session for the lead. This is simply incredible automobile racing. No margin for error and no speed limit. No.
Oh, crash at turn 4. Neil Bonnet.
Spinning. Harry Gant out of control to number 12. To the wall. Gant goes back in the traffic. Just missing him.
That was the break Donnie Allison needed. The crash would allow him to catch up to the field during the caution, putting him back on the lead lap. This was the first Daytona 500 race for Jeff Bodine, another rookie who showed a glimpse of future brilliance.
Bodine in the lead, Benny Parsons in second. Here they come for turn one.
It was also the first race ever televised flag to flag, and the first time for a live in-car camera.
There you see Benny Parsons going to the lead. He closes on Jeff Bodine. He pulls to the inside. Bodine is in front of the back straightaway. Here comes Benny Parsons into first place. You were with him as he takes the lead again.
Meanwhile, the number one car continued his improbable comeback.
Donnie Allison now seventh. He's made up the lap, and Donnie Allison, there you see him in the back of that hut for the first position. Donnie Allison is back in it.
But Donnie Allison wasn't the only one coming back from that early accident. Cale Yarborough was also working his way back to the lead lap after being 3 laps down.
We're watching perhaps the most incredible race we've ever seen. Benny Parsons, you see him here out in front. Cale Yarborough behind him trying to make up a lap. He went a lap down. Actually in second is Jeff Bodine. Ty Scott running third. Richard Petty is in the fourth. Dale Earnhardt running himself up into the 5th position. They're coming for the tri-oval to complete the 91st lap this time. 227 miles. Point.
Not even halfway in a race that started with 15 laps under caution, and the crowd was on its feet. The outcome was anyone's guess.
And one of the basic axioms of motorsport is, if Richard Petty is in the top 5 at the halfway point, you better pack up the tools and go home if you're a competitor, because from there on in, he's been a champion so many times. He is running 5th right now.
When Johnny Utzman's engine blew, Cale Yarborough made up a lap on the caution. On the restart, Donnie Allison was back in the lead. Then on lap 122, a wreck on turn 3 gave Cale Yarborough his chance. He passed Donnie Allison just before the caution to get back on the lead lap. Things were really heating up.
We've seen a lot of tumultuous finishes here at Daytona, but I've got a feeling we're in for one today like we've never seen before. 3 laps down, he's battled his way back into second position. Cale Yarborough is about to make his assault on Donnie Allison. Place in the 21st Daytona 500.
After making green flag pit stops, the 2 battle-worn drivers began to pull away. With 20 laps to go, they were 15 seconds ahead of the pack, which was led by Richard Petty.
And they're the leaders again. Donnie Allison first, Cale Yarborough in second. Running in third, Waltrip to fourth, A.J. Foyt to fifth. Chuck Bound drafting along with him.
Yarborough rode Allison's bumper for the next 19 laps. Coming into the last lap, everyone, including Donnie Allison, was waiting for Cale Yarborough to try to pass.
It's all come down to this. Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes from the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? Coming down. Third place. They're coming around for the finish. Between A.J. Foyt and Richard Petty. Down the back straightaway come the leaders now. 2 cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders because they're still up in turns 3 and 4. The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty is now pulling out in front. Darrell Waltrip is in second. A.J. Foyt is in third. Here they come. Waltrip trying to slingshot. Petty is out in front at the line. Waltrip to the inside. Petty wins it.
Richard Petty has won his 6th Daytona 500, and the crowd here are going absolutely mad.
On the backstretch, where the 2 leaders spun off the track, things were still heated.
And there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
Even Bobby Allison was involved in the fray. Back on pit road, Richard Petty's team climbed aboard and cruised into victory lane. After a 45-race winless drought, the King was back on his throne and feeling good.
We had a super good chance today, and we ran all day, and we was really close to everything. We kept getting through all the mistakes and stuff they was making, and I said, well, maybe this is the day.
Indeed, it was the day, and another milestone in his career. Richard Petty had won an unprecedented 6th Daytona 500.